After the most recent workshop where we discussed the impact that stress can have on health, I think it's extremely important to equip you with an idea that you can incorporate into your daily routine to try to help better manage your stress. As mentioned during the workshop, breathing is an important activity that can help to better activate our parasympathetic system. The parasympathetic system is our rest and digest system. This system works in balance with the sympathetic system, our fight or flight system. So we know that as we're in a stressful situation, our sympathetic system is usually what is activated. Now, to counterbalance that and to allow for your body to actually not stay in that stress scenario for too long, you want to make sure that the parasympathetic system can activate as well. Breathing exercises is a way for us to do that. When we're performing breathing exercises, we are able to activate our vagus nerve. With vagal nerve stimulation, our body is able to enter into that rest and digest time. This is important if you're looking to better manage your stress. So we're just going to go over how to properly breathe and also teach you 2 breathing activities so that way you can incorporate this into your daily routine, which will hopefully improve the amount of stress you're having so that way you don't enter into a state of chronic stress. Proper breathing can be essential in managing our stress. So now we're going to learn how to properly breathe. First, I want to make sure that your jaw is nice and relaxed. So you're going to take the tip of your tongue and you're going to place it behind your top 2 front teeth. With your tip of your tongue behind the top 2 front teeth, this will allow for you to have space in between the teeth, especially those molars in the back. If we are clenching our jaw, we're not going to be able to get the most effective breath simply because at that point our shoulders are already elevated, and which that can influence the use of the diaphragm here below as well. So first, go ahead and unlock your jaw and take the tip of your tongue and place it in position. Now that your tongue is in this position, I want you to keep your shoulders also nice and relaxed. You're going to take one hand and place one hand on your chest and the other hand here on your stomach. As you take a deep breath, at first I want you to see, where do you feel that breath going? If you feel the breath only going into your chest and not going into your stomach, that means that you are breathing very shallow. Shallow breathing is not going to allow for you to activate that vagus nerve and allow for that parasympathetic response. Shallow breathing can actually cause for you to hyperventilate and lead your body into a more stressful response. So deep breathing is important to perform properly. If not performed properly, as I mentioned, it will cause a more stressful response because you can actually activate your sympathetic nervous system instead of the parasympathetic system. So first, let's fix the breath that you just did because we don't want that going just into your chest. So I'm going to have you take a nice deep breath, and I want you to allow for your stomach to expand as well. So as you take that deep breath, you're going to breathe all the way down to the hand on your tummy. Good. Hopefully that time you felt the stomach move in conjunction with the chest. So yes, the chest is going to move a bit because we do want for the chest to rise, your ribs to expand, and also your upper back to push out towards the back as well. Getting that full breath all the way around will allow for something called 360 degrees of breathing, because you should have good expansion in your ribs and also into your chest and your back as well. We don't want the air to solely go into your tummy, so that would simply be just belly breathing. Although that is the precursor for learning how to properly breathe with diaphragmatic or 360 breathing, we want more than just your stomach to move. So now we're going to repeat that breath that you just did. Hand back on your chest so you can make sure that doesn't move first, and also the other hand placed on your tummy. Now I want you to make sure the jaw is relaxed. Remember the tip of your tongue just behind your teeth, and you're going to take a deep breath. Good. And as we continue to take a deep breath, I'm going to ask you now to close your eyes, because as you're closing your eyes, I want to make sure that you're able to relax. So this should not be anything that is difficult for you to do, although it may pose a slight challenge with simply just keeping the shoulders down and relaxed. I don't want it to be something that you're overthinking. So take your time and just do the best that you can. So now go ahead and close your eyes, and you're just going to focus on my words as I tell you to take a nice deep breath in. Great. So now I want you to relax your jaw. So the tip of your tongue is once again behind the teeth. And now I want you to inhale deeply. So you're going to inhale deeply all the way down into your pelvis, so all the way down into the ground where your sit bones are. And now exhale out through the mouth. Good. Go ahead and take another deep breath. You're going to breathe all the way down into your sit bones, all the way down into the pelvis. Deep breath. And now exhale out through your mouth. Good. And now you're going to hear me go silent so that way you can focus on your breath. Very good. I'm going to ask you to continue with your deep breathing just as I talk. So as you are breathing in deeply, I want you to take notice. Do your shoulders feel as if they're elevated? If so, allow for them to fall down towards the ground. If you notice that you have any muscles that are tense at all, as if you're clenching your butt together, or even if you're clenching your abs, go ahead and relax those muscles and allow for them to move. In our pelvic floor, in our butt, also in our stomach and our shoulders, those are common areas where we tend to hold tension. So in order to make sure that your body is relaxed, just pay a little bit more special attention to those areas right now. And now continue to focus on your deep breathing. So each time you inhale, allowing for the breath to go all the way down into your sit bones, making sure your chest is rising just a bit, but only after you feel the stomach move and also your ribs move. And each exhale you can do slightly with the lips separated. That way you're able to allow for that air to come out naturally. Very good. So now as you're continuing with that deep breathing, you're going to continue to inhale all the way down in between your sit bones. That way the breath goes all the way deep down. And then on the exhale this time, still with the lips slightly separated, now you're just going to gently pull your belly button in. So deep breath in. And exhaling, gently pull the belly button in as your lips are separated. Very good. And we'll do this one here a few times. Very good. And now you can relax your hands and reopen your eyes. So that is one breathing exercise that you can do to try to help throughout the day. As you do that breathing exercise, make sure that you're in a place that is quiet, and also if you can turn the lights off a bit, that can help your body better relax as well. If you're not able to turn the lights off, the quieter the area can be, the better. Another great place to do this, especially if you can't have the lights off, is outside. The effects of being in nature tends to have a calming effect on our body, which if you're calmer, your stress levels are going to be decreased. So now let's move on to the next breathing activity. With the next breathing activity, it is pretty much a step above what we just did. With this next breathing exercise, we're going to take a longer inhalation. We're going to hold that inhalation for just a bit, and then we're also going to take a longer exhalation. So right now, we're going to focus on a 3 count for inhaling, 3 count for holding, and a 3 count for exhaling. As you are doing this, I'm going to ask you to place your hands back in position, so one hand on the chest and the other hand on the stomach, keeping those shoulders down, so we don't want your shoulders up. And same thing, unclenching your jaw by putting the tip of your tongue just behind the front teeth. That way your jaw can stay relaxed. And so now I'm going to have you take that deep breath in all the way down towards your sit bones. And go ahead, deep breath in, and we're going to count for 3. You don't have to count with me. I'll count for you. And inhaling, 1, 2, 3. Hold, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3. Good. So just with that count now, I'm going to say the count again for you, and then I will go silent. That way you can focus on the count for a few more breaths. So now are we ready? Deep breath in. You're going to inhale, and go ahead and inhale. 1, 2, 3. Hold, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3. Very good. So now, just as before, I'm going to have you close your eyes. If your hands are comfortable over your chest and also over your tummy, you can leave them there. If not, bring them down towards your waist, your knees, whatever position is more comfortable for you. And now we're going to do this together. So I'm going to have you close your eyes. Go ahead and begin with your 3 count to inhale. Inhaling now. Hold. Exhale. Very good. And we're going to do that there again. Go ahead and inhale. Hold. Exhale. And one last time. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Very good. So I'm hoping with these breathing strategies that you'll be able to incorporate them into your daily routine. This is something simple and easy that you can just take a few moments each day to make sure you're better managing your stress. In addition to this, you still want to make sure that you're getting the proper amount of sleep. So most Americans are not getting enough sleep. We should have at least 7 to 9 hours of sleep on average as adults. So please make sure that you're setting the room so that way you're able to fall asleep, and also make sure that you're getting a good night's sleep. In addition to that, other stress strategies that can help you improve are exercising on a regular basis. So going for a walk is something that can definitely help. In general, it is recommended that we exercise for 150 minutes per week at a moderate intensity. So you can easily divide this up for 30 minutes for 5 days a week. That is something that can easily help you with your stress management. Remember all the information that we discussed today for the impact that stress can have on your health, and just remember that you have the power to take control of your health simply by managing your stress. I'm hoping that these breathing strategies can be easily incorporated into your routine, and I look forward to hearing from you to see if this is something that you find helpful. So thank you so much for joining, and I really appreciate all of your support. I would love to hear more from you.